Greetings, fellow warriors in health. Welcome to the beginning of my 30-day posting challenge. This may actually be the second video, even though I'm filming it as the first one, because as I was writing or thinking out the notes and the plan for this one, I thought, oh, well, I have to tell people to measure, get a tape measure, whatever out. Hopefully I did that yesterday. So even though I'm filming this first, it's probably going to be the second or third video in the 30-day challenge, but thank you for joining me. And my intention is to kind of start out with a theory. That theory is, well, I'm not going to say what the theory is. The statement is that a snake bite doesn't kill you. And I think that's what's going to be on the thumbnail if it doesn't say like day 1, 2, or 3 of get healthy, lose weight. That's the actual theme for this month of videos. And the whole intention is to launch this channel to get some popularity, to get some subscribers, commenters, and loyal friends. I want you all to be my friend, and I want to be your friend, at least virtual friend, until we can get to a gathering or something where we can actually meet each other. I go by CP59Fit on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find me on any of the three and send me a message on any of them. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, the message comes through somewhere. I'm not quite sure where it comes on the CP59Fit Facebook page, but hopefully by the time this is airing, I will have figured that out. But if you need to correspond, please do so there, and be sure to tell me you're from my YouTube channel. I get a lot of people from all over the world on a viral post I had go viral a couple of years ago on my personal page. And it's always, hello, first message. How are you doing? Second message. And I'm thinking, is this a robot? Is this spam? Why should I even answer? But I do want to answer y'all because I want to get that interconnection that you can't just get me talking to this camera. I want you to feel like you're the one I'm talking to sitting across from me, even though you're watching me on a cellular telephone, a laptop, or a, what do you call those things? The desktop, a desktop computer. Sometimes I don't always get my words out straight, but today we're going to talk about that a snake bite doesn't kill anybody. You might think, of course a snake bite kills you. Now really think about that. Does a snake bite kill you? The snake bites you, it leaves, and it goes on with its life. It didn't really bite you to kill you, but what it left behind can kill you. And that's what I want to talk about and get you to think about. The snake bite didn't kill you. The venom that is now circulating throughout your system can kill you. But you know what? You can also do something about that. In the United States anyway, and I assume anywhere in the world, they have anti-venom kits, which are taken from snakes of the same breed and used to make I guess in this day and time, we'd call it a vaccine, something similar to what they do with the vaccines that are being jabbed into everybody around the world that are supposed to stop the virus that could kill us also. But enough about just the kill side. I cooked some onions a little bit earlier. I don't like to do videos late at night, but I had already done the original one for the channel today, which is doing very well. And let me think of what it's called. It'll come to me in a minute, but it's doing much better than the one I posted last week. But anyway, so it made it later at night, but I'm getting this one done because it's my number 3 priority of the day. And at this point in the schedule, I am writing down 3 priorities a day, and I'm getting them done, because you can really only, if you try to concentrate on more than 3 things, you're really not concentrating on anything. It's more like a shotgun approach. So I always feel very good when I get the 3 done, but I did learn by watching this kind of mentor of mine, Dr. Benjamin Hardy, and he's got wonderful videos on YouTube about scientifically based psychology, i.e., about how to improve yourself. And today he gave permission to not have no more than 3. So I think tomorrow I will probably have 1 or 2. And he did help me finalized that I only have two major goals in life. Number one being to make sure my health is as good as it can be, and number two, to make sure this YouTube channel is as good as it can be. So what that's going to create in me, and let's get back to the venom in the veins. All of us have thought processes that have been injected, brainwashed, spoon-fed, whatever you want to call it, put into us over the years we've been on this rotating ball called Earth. Those ideas are what are influencing how you eat, how you sleep, how you work, and how you live. That total of all those four things I just mentioned is your health. Things that well-meaning, or sometimes not so well-meaning, but well-paid people are telling you are healthy, I'm going to relate that to the same comment of that a snake bite kills you. That some of this healthy stuff you've been told over the years is also killing you. So one of the main reasons for this 30 days will be to kind of realign your thinking on what health is, what healthy means, and what is actually good for you to eat along the lines of the proper human diet. So today is just kind of an introduction. Yes, you may have the venom in you from seed oils, toxins from many things you could be eating today, but they're not necessarily going to kill you. Yes, we will all die of something, but we all try to make it prolong that end as far as possible. Well, some of us may not. We may do crazy things, but I think the majority of the people on this channel, which is actually turning out to be a little bit of people that are a little bit overweight or maybe a lot overweight and kind of at the prime of their life, which I would call midlife, about 50 and above. So thank you, YouTube, for pushing this out to people 50 and above that are slightly overweight and concerned about their weight and making changes to that. So over this next 30 days, I'm going to tell you what I have found through lots of research, lots of listening to people, and actually finding out people that know what I have learned about how to become healthy in order to lose weight. So many people get that confused. They think they'll lose weight and then they'll get healthy. But you're overweight because you're not healthy. That's just the bottom line. Get used to it. I'm going to spit things out that aren't going to be so agreeable sometimes. But if you were healthy, don't you think you'd be more at a quote-unquote healthy weight? And I know you can justify, well, my doctor tells me I'm perfectly healthy at 50% overweight. And I've had people tell me that through the years. And yes, according to what they're looking for and what they consider to be health, yes, you can be considered healthy and not be at your ideal weight. But most people at their ideal weight are living a much healthier life. So we'll get into that in some future days. And I was going to go over a list of topics, but I think that would just bore you. Just trust that it will be very similar to these, that they'll be unconventional healthy living strategies, which is the title of my channel, CP59 Fit, Unconventional Healthy Living Strategies. They will tend strongly towards the low-carb, healthy fat diet. In my case, I go all the way to carnivore, but as I progress along that, I may be adding a few more carbs back in. I'll discuss that throughout this month, I'm sure. I'm also getting into, like I mentioned, Dr. Benjamin Hardy, who's a commercial psychologist, something like that, or something he works with big companies. I'm not quite sure what the term is, but so I'll also be doing a lot of this, like, is a snake bite what kills you? That's a psychological way to look at your health. And I hope throughout the month you will become to trust me, believe me, and consider that what I'm saying may have some basis in fact, and that a lot of what you've heard throughout your life is actually doing you more harm than good, even though you think you're eating healthy. That's about 10 minutes, so that's probably enough for tonight. So if you're willing and open-minded enough to hear some unconventional healthy living strategies, please join me for the next 28, 29, however many days. If this is not day one, however many days we have left. I'm trying to film some ahead of time. Today I think is actually July the 13th maybe, or the 14th. I'm not sure, but I learned the last time I did a daily thing, it's a little overwhelming to do one a day, so I have to have a few in the can, or maybe hopefully even half in the can when August 1st gets here, so I can actually get one up every day, like I promised, and fulfill my priorities, and share what knowledge I've learned over the last several years. I've been investigating this with you, so maybe you can have the hope of a healthier life like I do. Thank you. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow.